Do we find properties for clients to live in? The short answer is no. Let me tell you why. Look, we specialize in finding investment properties for clients. Like, I've built my portfolio to 29, almost 30 properties now by buying investment properties, not places to live in, not with, I haven't bought places to live in and then constantly moved. I've bought investment properties and to rent, obviously rented those properties out to tenants and as a wealth creation strategy, long story short. So we specialize in property investing, not finding places that people can potentially move into. While the three key things is, as part of the strategy, is wanting to buy properties that are below market value, because that's the biggest thing. I want to buy property that is below what it's worth, so we can get equity on the way into it, get the instant uplift, and then be able to use the equity to buy more properties and just create more wealth and money for your family, etc. Not only under market value, but yield and growth in capital growth locations. With that in mind, investing to buy an investment property compared to buying a place to live in is two separate things. The big no-no, in my personal opinion, is bringing emotion into buying an investment property. Because if you bring emotion into buying an investment property, it ends up being very disastrous in the long term. Like, most property investors will fail because they'll bring emotion into it. What do I mean by that? A quick example is a property investor, as an example, would only buy property if it had a really fancy, nice kitchen with stone bench tops and lots of cupboard space and all that kind of stuff, and really open plan kind of living. That's what some investors look at, or wannabe investors or newbies basically look at when they first start trying to invest. They'll think, oh, it'll attract a fantastic tenant, or I would live in this property. And people come from all different backgrounds and standards and different areas and demographics and all that other kind of stuff. So that is a big no-no in my opinion. Like, another example of it, some newbie investors would only buy a place, as an example, that is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage house on a 700 square meter block of land. But further to that, as an example, like, I've bought properties such as that, big houses, lots of land, backyard, all that kind of stuff that tenants and owner occupiers will love. But then on the flip side, I've also bought properties that are 2-bedroom units, 1-bedroom units, townhouses, commercial property, 3-bedroom properties, 4-bedroom properties, the properties that are on the second level, properties that are north facing, properties that aren't north, properties that are half an hour out from the city, properties that are 5 kilometers from the city. So there's thousands of things to consider. But when you bring emotion into it, some of the common questions is basically, can I live in it, then use it as an investment property so it still has that investment property kind of feel to it, it'll still provide a relatively good return. I would strongly suggest pick one or the other. Whether you're buying a property to live in or you're buying a property to invest in, obviously you want to buy a property to live in the long term and work up to your dream house, etc. But if you're just getting started, I would not try to compromise and have both things. I would focus on one thing, do it well, and once you get that done, then move on to the next one and the next one, and then buy a place to live in if that's what your strategy is. That's what well and truly worked for me when I was buying my first to like 7, 6, 8, 12. I didn't buy a property to actually live in till I had about 14 properties under my belt. Now, that's not for everybody. You don't have to buy 14 properties before you buy a place to live in, but it's just with all those purchases, they were purely investment decision. I bought properties in different states, different areas, different locations, properties close to me, properties further away. So there's lots of things to consider. But long story short, keep it separate. Emotion and investment doesn't go hand in hand. So hope this video helps. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.